So now I'm going to show you how we basically use a Numark Mixtrack Pro 3 to beat match two songs. I'm going to start right from the beginning and go through this quickly because there are other videos that do the loading and what the buttons do in more detail. So using Browse, I'm going to find the playlist I want, which is my video tutorial selection. Press in, come across to the songs that I'm looking for. Here I've got the tutorial I'm looking for. And now load, using load 1. And that song will have loaded up to this side. I press play. I've got a song playing. That's perfect. Next, what I want to do is find my next song and load it to deck 2 using load 2. Lovely. I'm going to turn song 1 down because I need to check that song 2 starts from the first beat of a bar. It does. I'm going to jump back to the beginning with the Q button. I'm going to check that Q button starts from the first beat of a bar. Lovely. Now, in case you're not sure what the first beat of a bar is, the way we work that out is we count to the pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. The pulse is what you nod to or tap to or move to in music. Without a pulse, music is dead. With a pulse, music moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1, as in the first beat of each set of 4, happens in changes in the music. Most people feel it naturally, but it might be worth practicing at home and listening to a lot of music, especially with your music teacher, to help you understand where the 1 is. To finally double check that we start this track on a 1, the final ultimate way of doing it is to count yourself in. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it worked with me counting it in on the 1 I counted, it's clearly on the 1. So I go back to Q. Normally that would have happened in headphones when you're playing at a DJ gig, but when you're working in only headphones or for a demonstration purpose, I wanted to make sure you could hear that. So what I'm going to do is I'm listening to this song's 4 beats in a bar. I'm ready to start this song's 4 beats in a bar, and the aim is to line them up perfectly so that the two songs sound like one beat, one song, a beat match mix. The first step is to start the 1 on the 1, and we'll have a listen to that. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 to this side and start that as I say 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it started okay, but have a quick listen. That does not sound like one song, that sounds like a mess. The reason for that is very simple. Up here, you can see the BPM readout. This one's 129, this one's 126. What that means is that this song on deck 1 goes 1, 2, 3, 4. This one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, but reaches 4 quicker. So even though 1 lines up, the other beats are not lining up. What I need to do is slow this down to the same speed so they actually match. I can do that easily with this pitch control here. Watch the number as I move the pitch control down. Perfect. Line it back up on the 1. I only moved that, remember, so that you could see the number. It would have been exactly on the cue point still. Now again, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to hit this as I say 1, because that will be how I match that 1 to that 1. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Sounds much better. That is 2 songs mixing. I can now fade 1 out and leave that playing. Fade it back and leave that playing. This one's just about to stop anyway. I'm left with just 1. There's one more thing I need to show you, which is if I count this in and I'm ever so slightly out of time, I'm going to need to nudge it. Now we mentioned nudging earlier. If I turn that down and have this playing, the top is fast forward, rewind and scratching. The edge is nudging. Very slightly slower temporarily, slightly faster temporarily. When I stop doing the nudging, it goes back to the speed that's been set here.
So if I don't like the way they sound because I've started it ever so slightly wrong, I can either hurry it up or slow it down. Listen carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's a bit late, so I push it forward. Went a bit far, I pull it backwards. I've brought it in. If I now go back, it's going to go wrong again. Now I nudge forward instead just to prove it works both ways. It works. There's an element of precision here that depends upon your ear as a musician and DJ. Some people like it to sound a little bit chunky, some people like it to sound a little bit laid back, some people like it precisely tight. That is part of your style as a DJ. Do feel free to develop that by really using your ear to listen to it. Also now as we're mixing, you may find you prefer the sound of that one a little bit quieter in the mix, or possibly that one a little bit quieter in the mix, or you can experiment by cutting out the bass on one. You can try little tricks like dropping in a sound or using the filter maybe. There's lots of different ways to get creative to mix between two songs once those two songs are beat matched. But if they're not beat matched, you're really not going to have a chance because they're going to sound like this. And it's going to sound messy.